Hey guys, Chris here, and this is going to be my first actual video essay, and I'm proud of that. So please be sure to subscribe and like if you like it, and comment, provide any feedback. I'll be happy to talk about it. And yeah, we're going to be talking about I'm going to butcher this, aren't I? Masamune Kakazaki's 2010 horror miniseries, Hideout, which is probably one of my favorite short mangas. It's really short. You can finish it in like half an hour, whatever. And yeah. If you guys follow me on TikTok, Chris Talks Horror, you already know that I talked about this briefly, but this is going to be a more in-depth look. Wait, did I talk about this one on TikTok? I'm not sure. I think I might have mentioned it, but whatever. Just a heads up, there are going to be spoilers for the manga on this video, so yeah. If you ask me, it's best to enjoy when you know what's happening going in and you're just going in blind. Hideout follows Seiji Kirishima, a writer whose life is falling apart. His career is failing, his only son has died, and his wife has become cold and spiteful. He decides to take his wife on an island vacation in an attempt to start over. However, his idea of starting over is extremely different from what you might expect. It's certainly much more violent than your expectations as well. So when things go wrong, he ends up living in a literal nightmare somewhere deep within a cave. Now, this whole premise of like husband kills wife and whatever is extremely cliched. I mean, you could probably see the similar setup in like an episode of Law and Order or whatever, but yeah. It's a setup you've seen before, and while I was reading it, I was reminded of Antichrist, which is that movie with William Dafoe where his dick gets cut off, and Silent Hill 2. And these are both stories that I may cover in future videos, so yeah. All this being said, Hideout does manage to tell an engaging story. Hideout is told exclusively through Seiichi's perspective, which kind of alternates between the past and the present, you know, like the past being flashbacks which reveal a little something about what led to where he is. Even though Seiichi comes off as an ordinary guy who's just struggling with life at first, this first impression is just really misleading, and that's something that you find out very quickly. One of my favorite parts about Hideout is the ending, and how Kakazaki, the mangaka or the author, whatever, he puts a brilliant twist on this already cliched setup. And I also love the atmosphere and the artwork because it's really detailed. You could see every single gory detail, and just like turning the pages just felt oppressive, you know? I genuinely cannot emphasize how good the art is, so I recommend that you see the art for yourself. So now I ask, what makes Hideout such a memorable manga? What makes it so good? And like, sure, the artwork is extremely detailed, but I've read loads of manga with great art that I just don't remember for too long. In my opinion, what makes Hideout so memorable is that it's a perversion of catharsis. Allow me to explain. Catharsis is a release of emotions like fear and guilt, therefore providing relief. Whether or not Seiichi intended this, his ultimate goal is catharsis. After the death of his son, his wife and her family put all the blame on him. And for a year and a half, he carried the guilt of his son's death on his shoulders. So, he decides to take her on vacation to start over. By this, of course, he means kill her.
I'm glad you're alive.
Killing her is his twisted way of getting catharsis. However, when things go wrong, he gets lost in a cave, is attacked by a monstrous man, is taken prisoner, and learns that his wife survived, and courted the monster to nurse her wounds. After learning all this, his next goal is to escape. And during this hectic escape attempt, the monster kills the wife, who almost escapes, and Seiichi kills the monstrous man. So of course, he can finally escape, or so you think. What I didn't mention at first is that during this whole ordeal, Seiichi encounters a woman and her child. At first, he uses the child to help him find the woman so he can escape. However, as time progresses, he loses his grip on reality. He claims the woman and the child as his own family, and this is the perversion of catharsis I was referring to earlier. In trying to kill his wife, he reached an event horizon in which he became the very monster he overcame. And this is especially clear in the last few pages, where we learn it's been 21 years since that incident, and he's still living in that cave, luring whoever's unfortunate enough to wander nearby. So yeah, there you have it. This is my first video essay. I know it wasn't the best, and hopefully I'll get better at these. I just didn't really see that many people talking about this manga, and I think they should. In my opinion, it's pretty underrated, and if you enjoyed listening to me talk, be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and please have a great day. I'll see you next time.